Did you know ASBN, America's Small Business Network, is now available on your TV? That's right. ASBN is now streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire Stick, and available for download in the App Store. Scan the QR code to download the ASBN app today. Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick, exclusively on ASBN.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Jim Fitzpatrick. You're watching another edition of the Small Business Show, exclusively right here at ASBN.com and now streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. According to Forbes, by 2026, the global e-commerce market is expected to total over $8.1 trillion. That's with a T, trillion dollars. Joining us now is serial entrepreneur and founder of Ecom Degree University, Mr. William Rivera. Will has been featured on $1 million worth of game, Inside the Vault, and the Social Proof podcast. Thanks so much for joining us, Will, on today's show.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Sure. So, wow, you have tapped into something that's very, very big, $8.1 trillion. There's a whole lot of people that want to get into that business, right?
Yeah, and it's only growing more and more each day.
Yeah, for sure. So for some of the people that are watching today, they're not as familiar with your success story, which is an incredible one. Share with us a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Yeah, so I'll start with my parents. So both of my parents were born in Nicaragua, which is in Central America,
Sure.
third world country. It's a very poor country. They moved here to the U.S. when they were 18.
Okay.
They ended up getting divorced, and I ended up living with my mom and my two little brothers.
Okay.
And what got me into entrepreneurship is from a very young age, I saw my mom work very hard, but not make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So at an early age, I understood that working hard doesn't always equal making a lot of money, right?
That's
so
right.
I was like, okay, I have to work smart. I have to figure something out.
Yeah.
So while I actually had a warehouse job working at an Amazon warehouse from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., I kind of learned the e-commerce game from the inside looking out.
Yeah,
because I was seeing what people were selling. I realized through learning, the company policies and the rules that you can actually have third-party sellers on the platform.
Yeah.
And through that, I just started doing a bunch of research on like how I could start making money online, how I could start, making money on Amazon, and just through a lot of trial and error, I eventually figured out like the system and how it works.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I got into, selling products online.
Sure, that's fantastic. A lot of people think, well, I got to have an infrastructure set up and I got to have a whole lot of money and I got to have inventory, and that's just not the case, is it?
No, so I tried like all the different methods that you see online. Like I flipped iPhones on eBay. I had a Shopify store where I was running Facebook ads, trying to figure it out, which Facebook ads, if you've ever looked at it, it's very advanced. It's not easy to learn.
That's right.
But then I stumbled upon what's called Amazon Wholesale.
Okay.
So just like how we go to Walmart and Targets to buy from brands that we love, like Kellogg's, Under Armour, Gatorade, etc.
Sure.
You can essentially do the same thing on Amazon, and these brands, they allow people like you and me to open up wholesale accounts with them. So
really,
anyone, you or me could go and open up a wholesale account with a brand like Dove or Method or Gatorade.
Right.
And we can buy their products at wholesale prices in bulk and sell them on Amazon. People don't know this, but over 50% of the products on Amazon are sold by third-party sellers like myself.
Really?
So they need us.
Over 50%?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And Amazon has a program called FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, where they essentially hold all of your inventory, and every time you get an order on Amazon, they ship it to your customer with prime shipping. So a lot of us are already participating in this business, but we're just the customers.
Yeah.
We're not the sellers. So, I figured out how to be the seller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So along comes this incredible opportunity for everybody to jump in, and you start Ecom Degree University.
Right.
So talk to us about that.
So I founded Ecom Degree University in 2018.
Okay.
Basically, I was documenting my whole journey, getting into e-commerce on Instagram, and I started gaining a following in pretty much in my county. Like I was the only person in my county, which is Gwinnett County, that was doing like this e-commerce thing. And a lot of people started hitting me up in the DMs. A lot of people wanted me to throw events. So I started throwing free events at Georgia Gwinnett College, which is the school that I was going to.
Sure.
Ended up dropping out, but I was still utilizing all the resources, right? I was still utilizing all the conference rooms and throwing events there without telling them really. And I was packing out.
Let's hope they're not watching right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, they really started this, so shout out to them. But I was hosting like 100 people events there.
That's great.
And just teaching people about e-commerce, and a lot of my friends started getting results.
Okay.
And it got to the point where like I just couldn't help everyone one-on-one, so I was like, you know what? What if I just create a program where I can help people one-to-many style?
Yeah.
And that's how Ecom Degree came to be. And I never thought it was going to be as big as it is now. You know, now we have over 10,000 students
Oh my God,
from
that's
all
great.
over the world.
Right.
We get around 100 to 150 students enrolling every single week.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
Wow.
grown to this massive thing.
So if somebody's listening right now and they want to learn what you do and what you've just said impresses them, and they say, "Wow, I could do that." You know, either in my spare time as a side hustle, maybe in my full time. What they can be anywhere in the world, right?
Right.
And enroll in this university.
Exactly.
And learn all about e-commerce. And
Yes.
you're gonna tell them how to do from start to end, how to do it.
Yeah, so what I actually do is every Sunday, I host a free training where I go over the business for 2 hours,
Okay.
step by step. So, you know, I have a website where I do those free trainings for anyone that, you know, wants to learn.
Yeah.
It's www.ecomdegreeworkshop.com.
Okay.
And
We'll show all the information on the screen.
And every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I do that class, and it's completely free.
Yeah.
You can learn everything about the business.
So that's kind of you sticking your toe in the water for the first time to say, what is the e-commerce business all about before I go ahead and
before you make a decision to actually pursue it, because it might not be for you.
Sure.
But if it is for you, then, you know, I teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Wow, turnkey operation. Because I think it is very daunting and very intimidating for the average person. They've heard that it can be very, very successful, but they don't know where to start, right? And you kind of take them all the way through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are also misinformed with, you know, thinking that they need a lot of money to sell online.
Right.
Or thinking that they need to be good at marketing.
Right.
But this strategy that I teach is you don't need either of those things, because since you're selling credible brands on the #1 e-commerce marketplace in the world,
right,
the traffic is already there,
okay,
and the credibility is already there because you're selling brands that are already well known and have millions of customers that are looking for them every single day.
Gotcha.
So when you combine like a credible brand with Amazon, which is the most trusted marketplace, that's like the holy grail of e-commerce.
It's kind of like Amazon does it for you.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. Very cool. So talk to me about your other, I know you have other business interests as well, right? From the success of this, you're maybe also in real estate, I think? And
yes, so I take all of the money that I make online and I invest into multifamily real estate.
Okay.
So I have a 24-unit apartment building in Conyers.
Of course you do.
And a
24 unit, you don't look that old to have all of these things. Wow, that's fantastic.
So it's a 24-unit in Conyers. I named it Rivera Park. So it's actually the pin post on my Instagram.
Very
if
cool.
you guys want to go look at that.
Yeah.
And I've also invested in other deals.
Yeah.
I also own a gym in Chamblee called Rich and Fit. It's actually
Rich and Fit.
it's like the mixture of a gym and a mastermind all in one.
Oh, that's great.
So it's
that's
we host events there.
Yeah.
You know, boot camps every single day, every hour of the day.
Wow.
And those are kind of like two of my main businesses other than the e-commerce side and Ecom Degree University.
Right, right. So if somebody were to ask you, where is Will 5 years from now, what does that look like?
Will 5 years, I mean, I'm one of those guys that I just like going hard at what I do. So Will 5 years from now, I'll probably be doing the exact same thing I'm doing now, but just at a way bigger level.
Right. And
so
if you have a goal, like I know some friends of mine that are in real estate and multifamily, they're like, I want to own 100 doors by X number of days or years that I'm in business. Do you have any kind of goal like that?
I definitely want like 1,000 units.
1,000 units?
Yeah, my mentor, he actually has like 700 units in Atlanta.
Okay.
And he's like 35, so I'm 25.
You're 25.
So I know that I can get there way like
You have
soon.
done a lot in your 25 years.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
What do you owe it to? Do you owe it to the online business or do you owe it to the real estate?
So most of my wealth was created through e-commerce.
Okay.
Real estate is kind of like the tax haven because we live in a country where we pay a lot of taxes and we make a lot of money. So real estate, I like real estate, especially multifamily, because you can do the cash out refinance play, where you can make money tax free, and you can save a lot of money through the cost segregation.
Okay.
So the building that I bought in Conyers, just from buying that one building, I saved over $700K in taxes.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm able to depreciate it up to 39 years.
Wow.
So real estate, if you make money online and you combine that with real estate, that's like a wealth hack.
Right. Now you pulled up in a very fancy car that's sitting right outside my office. Right. What kind of car is it, and did you buy it with the benefit of that tax savings?
So that's a 2023 Lamborghini Huracan Evo.
Okay.
Did not save any money in taxes buying that car. I just bought it. It was just a gift to myself.
Yeah, of course. And you deserve a gift like that. You're hardworking. I mean, you're going to retire at 26. So.
Yeah. I mean, I will say before I bought that car,
right,
I bought the 24-unit apartment building.
Okay.
I bought my mom a house.
Okay, wow.
And I bought my mom a car.
There you go.
And then I got myself a little
There you
something.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. A lot of people say that you shouldn't buy those things until the passive income kicks in,
Right.
and that you can pay for those kinds of things off of the benefits of either your business or the real estate income, right?
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah.
You should take your income and buy more income, which
Right.
is
Right.
passive income, right?
Sure.
So.
Friend of mine, Grant Cardone, who you may know, he says don't even buy a house don't buy your first house. Take that money and invest it in multifamily real estate.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Grant Cardone. He actually says don't buy real estate unless it's 15 units or more.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So you're a student of his teachings, right?
Definitely, yeah. I watch a lot of Grant Cardone.
That's right. That's right. And you know, he got started in the car business as a trainer. So you also have that love for cars that he's got as well. So that's awesome. So where does all of this go? I mean, you've got now 10,000 students globally. Any desire to open up a physical location and an actual school?
Yeah, that's always been a thought in my mind. I definitely want to have like a headquarters somewhere,
okay,
where like some of my students can actually go and gather and network and
Sure.
mastermind with each other.
Yeah.
So I think in the future we'll definitely see that for sure.
Okay.
Because I think that'd be very cool, very
Yeah.
fun, and I'm sure I could save some taxes too doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Along the way, and you know, we speak to a lot of young entrepreneurs that will say that along the way, you know, when they shared their ideas and their concepts with others, they often got shot down. Oh, you can't do that. What do you know about that? You didn't graduate with an MBA. What do you know about real estate? What do you know about e-commerce? You didn't go to college for that. You didn't graduate with maybe a degree or what have you. So, you know, I would save your money. Don't waste it. Go to work. Stick with that job at Amazon. Did you get any of that?
I mean, yeah, definitely. But I understood too that the biggest way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. So it's like I surround myself with people that are either playing at the same level as me or are playing at a way higher level.
Sure.
You know, I prefer for them to play at a way higher level because I want to gain the habits that they have and the thoughts that they have to get to that level. So, you know, if you surround yourself around people that are negative, they don't believe in you, those aren't people that you want to keep around you. You know, it's not going to help you get to the next level.
That's right. You know, it's often said that you're the average of the 5 people you hang around.
Yeah, exactly.
So you better make sure that you're in the right group, right?
Right. If you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room.
That's right. That's right.
Get into bigger rooms.
Yeah, there's no question about it. There's so much more that you can learn from others along the way, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question: if you're doing all of this, what do you do with your on your spare time? Like what's your passion outside of business?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm simple, man. I like going to the gym. Mm-hmm. I like spending time with my family, spending time with my friends, and I actually love what I do. So I don't look at working as working, right? So I actually like building this company, seeing how big I can build it.
Sure.
So on my free time, if I'm not hanging out with my friends, if I'm not hanging out with my family, if I'm not at the gym, I'm usually working. I'm usually working on the business because I actually love doing that.
Right. The reason I asked you that question is so many entrepreneurs answer the question the same way. You know, these hard-working entrepreneurs, they don't look at it as work. They look at it as play. You know, and they get right back to building real estate empires or online businesses or whatever they might be into. And you feel the same way, right?
Yeah, it's like a game, really.
Yeah.
It's like I don't play video games anymore. This is the new video game. It's the business.
What's the next car you're looking at? Because everybody that drives that kind of car is always looking at that next fancy car.
I mean, for me, I need something bigger.
Yeah.
So I would probably go maybe like Rolls Royce. Like a Rolls Royce.
Make even a bigger statement, right?
Yeah, and that you can actually write off because it's over 6,000 pounds. So.
I knew there was going to be an angle to that, right? Some kind of a tax savings or something, right? That's fantastic. What advice would you have for young entrepreneurs like yourself that are starting out? What are some of the principles that you live by that helps you succeed?
Right. So when I started out, you know, I didn't know anything about e-commerce. Mm-hmm. I did not have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But when you're someone that doesn't have a lot of money, you usually have a lot of time.
Right.
And if you don't have both, then I don't know what you're doing. You just stop
That's
doing
right.
It, right. But
that's right.
You usually have a lot of time. So what I would do is just start going to networking events, start meeting more people, shake more hands. The more hands you shake, the more money you'll make. Right.
That's right.
And for me, that was big in my journey because since I knew nothing about making money online, but I had decided that that's what I wanted to do, I knew that the goal that I had in front of me was just meet people that are already doing this so I can learn from them.
That's right.
So I started just going on Google, networking events in my area. Started going to every single one in Gwinnett, every single one outside of Gwinnett, just in Georgia. And I just met a lot of people.
Sure.
You know, people in different industries, maybe not e-commerce, but people that were way ahead of me in life that could teach me things, teach me habits, teach me how to think. Because in the beginning, you know, it's really the mindset that's in the way.
That's right.
Because the mindset shift always comes before the income shift. So if you're trying to be successful in anything in life, the biggest thing you can do is just surround yourself around already successful people.
That's right.
And you will become successful. It's like what you said earlier. You're the average of the 5 people closest to you. So that's my advice to, you know, people that are really trying to do something with their lives. Just get around someone that's already done it.
That's right.
And it's going to rub off on you.
And nobody's going to come knocking on your door to say, hey, come follow me or come with me to this event or we're going to, you know, help make you successful. You got to get out there and pound the pavement, right? You got to get out there, to your point, and shake hands. And that's what it's all about. Meet more people. You'll come across more opportunities, right?
You got to have some urgency. You got to get out there.
That's right.
You know, time, you know, you're not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
So you might as well just start now.
Yeah, well, I couldn't agree more. William Rivera, founder of Ecom Degree University and serial entrepreneur and all-around great guy. I know I'm going to be sitting here just a few years from now with you, and you're going to be talking about making your first $1 billion. So
yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that.
I'm sure you will.
I'll be the first one to do that here.
There you go. You'll announce it here. So you heard it here first, folks. So thank you so much for joining us on the show. Very much appreciated. Love to have you back, as I said, to do a follow-up, see how things are going.
Oh, let's do it, man.
Great. Thanks so much.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick, exclusively on ASBN.com.